from the instant classic Christian Cage as he has responded to that plea from Kurt Angle, and we're going to have a showdown between Christian and the Angle Alliance. Don West, this past Sunday at Turning Point, the knockouts were on display and stole the show.
They absolutely did. And here's one right here that every time she enters into the impact zone, you gotta admit, the sparks fly. She is crazy, wild, up for anything, and with ODB, always expect the unexpected.
And our opponent from Tampa, Florida, she is the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, Gail Kim.
Oh, at Turning Point, Awesome Kong went ballistic, destroying everything in her sight. You can see that Gail Kim, several days later, still feeling the after effects. Let's take you back, Don, to Turning Point. Nothing like we've ever seen in a women's wrestling match. She went nuts, did Awesome Kong, getting disqualified in that matchup, and then when she connected with that awesome bomb, the power bomb on the steel chair on Gail Kim, that was the exclamation point.
There's no doubt she probably got bruised or broken ribs and everything she went through in that matchup, but you know what? She proved she was a fighter.
And check out ODB on the attack, Don, even before the opening bell in this non-title match, but what an opportunity this is for ODB to open up the eyes of people like Jim Cornette from TNA management.
Well, it's obvious she's not getting Gail Kim at her best, but ODB doesn't care. She just sees it as that opportunity to showcase her skills, and I was wondering how Gail Kim would respond. And you can see right now that ODB, as she goes to the pin attempt, knows and she can exploit this right now, and Gail Kim is going to have to find a way to fight through the pain. And I know it's a non-title match, but if she doesn't watch out, ODB is going to come out ahead.
The locker room buzz, Don, this week at Impact was all about that knockout championship match this past Sunday at Turning Point. Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, wrestlers, announcers like you and I saying it was the greatest women's wrestling match ever in history. And you can check it out. Watch the replay of Turning Point. All the details on our website, TNAWrestling.com.
Can you believe you're saying that? I mean, I'm telling you to order that replay just to see that matchup between Gail Kim and Awesome Kong. Let's give Gail Kim her due. The only person ever to take Awesome Kong off of her feet, and she finally dropped her with that missile drop kick off the top rope and took Awesome Kong down. And I think that's when Awesome Kong went ballistic, when she realized she is not infallible, she is not indestructible, because Gail Kim was that close to pinning her.
And as we talked about earlier, Gail can't be close to 100% here. Quick move here with that small package off the inside cradle. Gets just a 2 count, but then ODB leveled her. Vicious clothesline, follow pin attempt, just 2.
And let's face it, ODB very similar in ways to Awesome Kong. Doesn't have that super size and super strength that Awesome Kong does, but she is relatively larger and a lot stronger, I would say, than Gail Kim. But Gail Kim, one thing we know about, has heart, not to mention that athletic ability and agility. But look at this. The Dirty does it, but look at this. Gail Kim stops it and fires back with that elbow.
More like a dirty 2 or 3 right that time instead of the Dirty Dozen. But the counter by Gail Kim.
Look
now
at this.
Gail going to go up top. Look at that. Oh, she went to snap off that top rope Hurricane Rana, but ODB hooked onto the top rope, that top steel cable, and then comes charging off. And that was a vicious, brutal collision.
Unbelievable as they're both there, but how about ODB able to keep Gail Kim from hitting it? Just held on tight with that strength, and Gail Kim took the brunt of that. And look now as ODB, but look at Gail Kim. She just amazes me with her spirit.
Series of forearm shots. Rocks ODB, who swings and misses with a clothesline. That back elbow didn't miss. Gail measures her, takes her down a second time with that running elbow. There's the running drop kick that was right on the money, and she's got ODB in trouble.
Now, we saw this at Turning Point when it seemed like she was down and out. Finds a way to fire back a nice cross body block. Here it is. Oh, ODB able to get out on a 2 count. Wow.
Gail Kim definitely with a game plan here against ODB, in spite of obviously not being 100% at full strength after that beating Sunday at Turning Point against Awesome Kong. Still able to float over, avoid the contact, gonna try and roll through. No, instead up, goes for the bulldog and plants her face first. Cover.
1, 2. Oh, ODB again. ODB just showing why she wants to be a part of this women's division. And, you know, you mentioned it. This women's division here in TNA, superior to any women's division in professional wrestling. I mean, you could tell it matters. It matters as much to them as anybody, as Gail Kim tries to take her up. But ODB just uses that strength and flings her by the hair onto the back of her head.
Just completely overpowered her. Have to agree about the Knockouts division. TNA management waited 5 years until the time was right to unleash this Knockouts division, and it is off the charts. And look at Gail Kim with those series of shots in the corner.
Oh, she is. She's just even the referee trying to pull her off. Wait a minute. ODB's got that flask. And she breaks down and she crashes Gail Kim in the head. And the referee didn't see it. Gail's knocked out. She doesn't have a chance.
Here's your winner, ODB.
The knockout blow from the flask of ODB enables her to score the win in this non-title matchup. But that's a huge victory for ODB.
Well, she made a statement right there, but she had to resort to those tactics as Gail Kim was just in a fury, pounding her in the ring. And when the referee went to pull her off to try to keep it legal, ODB just used the flask. The referee never saw anything. Oh, we know what that is.
The very familiar ring entrance music of one awesome Kong. 6'1", 272 3/8 pounds. And she went nuts this past Sunday at Turning Point, and here she comes striding with purpose to the ring.
Well, you can see there ODB trying to drink some courage, I think, because that's one thing about Awesome Kong. She'll scare it right out of you. ODB, look at this. ODB getting out of the ring as Awesome Kong headed, no, not her way. She's headed for the champion, Gail Kim. You see ODB leaves. Referee Rudy,
come on.
He takes off too. He doesn't want to have happen to him than happen to referee Andrew Thomas.
Look out!
No!
Here it comes!
Look at Gail!
Gonna go for that awesome bomb, that incredible power bomb, but amazingly Gail Kim able to fight back.
How about this? It looked like she was down and out. It's almost like the memory just snapped in. Gail Kim wasn't gonna be powerbombed again.
Oh, and black shirt security members hit the ring to try and separate these two. Good luck, guys.
Unbelievable. I mean, you gotta imagine. Gail Kim probably has thought nothing else about anything but Awesome Kong. And she wanted a piece of her because she knows Awesome Kong went over the line at Turning Point. And look at Gail Kim. And you gotta admit, Awesome Kong, I think, is even taking
Gail Kim under the security again. And Gail Kim on the attack, but Awesome Kong stops her.
Unbelievable. Gail Kim won't quit. And Awesome Kong is gonna be impressed with this. As you see, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky come down into the ring to pull Gail Kim away, and they've got to do that. They know how badly she's hurt.
I think it's safe to say we haven't seen the last of TNA Knockout champ Gail Kim and Awesome Kong. I'm going to ask it again. Who's going to stop Awesome Kong? Let's get an update on Beast or Fired. Let's send it to Crystal.
At me all night. I don't know who he is. Santa! Yeah! Ooh. Santa's little helpers. This is good.
Happy holidays, Eric.
Hey, happy holidays. Santa's on his way. Santa Claus. He's coming here.
Angelina and I have come by to, help service the guests when they get here.
Yes, especially the hot ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm the host, so I'm supposed to serve as a guest, and Santa's coming. I don't know if I said that already. Santa Claus.
I mean, service them. And if they're worthy enough, give them a little holiday cheer.
Whoa, all right. Like milk and cookies. You guys can serve them muffins and cupcakes and everything. Hey, my cousins here, Bruno and Tilly, you guys can practice with them. Practice. Get good at it. Get good at it. Yeah. Come on. Busy bees. Santa's coming. We want everything to be perfect. We want Santa! Santa's on his way. ODB. Hey, you want to service the guests?
What, do I look like a slut?
Yeah. No. I meant like cookies and milk. You give them your muffins and stuff.
Cookies and milk? Boring! I want a bartend. Where's the bar?
It's right there. Santa's coming. Make sure it's perfect. It's got to be perfect. This is it. Santa! Yeah! Hey, Kong. Santa's coming. He's gonna be here soon. Yeah, Santa. Okay, You want to serve as a guest with like Velvet and Angelina? No, that's not your thing. Okay. Bathroom attendant. Santa's gonna have to go to the bathroom, and you're gonna be the one to show him. By the way, cool mitts, they look warm. All right, Santa Claus, move. Go with me. Santa Claus.
And the final participant from Tampa, Florida, the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, Gail Kim.
And here comes the proud knockout champion Gail Kim directly to the ring. And check this out. We talked about Awesome Kong having tunnel vision. Same story for Gail Kim as she charged right at Kong, and Kong sends her out to the floor.
I gotta give credit to Gail Kim. She shows no fear. She goes right after Awesome Kong, and Awesome Kong took her and put her right on the ramp. Oh, is it now? Mayhem has ensued here in the middle of the ring as they're grabbing for weapons, but look at Kong. Oh, what a chop on Gail Kim.
Awesome Kong and Gail Kim, they went right by the broadcast position, and you see there, Gail Kim able to sidestep Kong, put her face first into the ramp, and Gail Kim fights back, caught her with the boot, and then an elbow as she came down off the ramp.
She's fearless. I think she learned something in that last title match. You've got to just go after her, but Awesome Kong so strong, and now Awesome Kong's got her by the neck and takes her out of the impact zone.
The battle continues in the Santa's Workshop knockout street fight. That now pairs down the field, Don, to 7 competitors in the 6-sided ring as Gail Kim and Kong have fought to the back.
Well, if we get any information on those two, we'll give it to you as soon as we can. As you see, Miss Jackie Moore just blast somebody with a boot, and now a shot on Roxy Laveau. And wait a minute, Angelina Love just got stuck underneath the toy box as ODB stares at it and now gets on top.
Like the queen of the mountain, ODB up on top of that wooden toy box. And they charges off with a fist press of all things on Roxy Laveau.
You can see Velvet Sky going to go over there and try to get Angelina Love out. But over on the other, there's so much action as you see Miss Brooks putting the knees to Christy Hemme. One shot after another, and look at Jackie Moore.
When we talked about Angelina Love and Velvet Sky working as a team, they've got that wooden toy box, and they just took it and rammed it right into the backside of ODB.
Oh, they just smashed ODB and knocked her out of the ring. You mentioned it, Mike, the teamwork. And now we're down to 5-6 in the ring as everybody's pairing up as you see Velvet Sky go after Miss Brooks. Little spank action going on.
Little spank action going on.
Gotta call him like I see him, Mike.
Who are you, John Madden?
Yeah, let me get my telestrator out. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Awesome Kong.
And whatever happened to Gail Kim? That's a question as Awesome Kong heads back towards the 6-sided ring.
As soon as we can find out what happened to Gail Kim, we'll let you know as Awesome Kong making her way. But look at her. She's walking slow. Obviously, Gail Kim inflicted some damage.
Action continues. The other 7 battling inside the ring. And Don, you can see that several of the competitors now have noticed that Awesome Kong is headed back home.
Well, you could just see the looks in their eyes. They just get hesitant. They try to make sure they have the most distance from Awesome Kong, hoping that she won't target them. I mean, literally, you can see the fear in their faces as Awesome Kong now discovered. Look at this. Velvet Sky, Angelina Love decide to go on the offensive, and she just shakes them off like a couple rag dolls.
Yeah, no success with the double team. Double team again from the Pride of Tennessee, Jackie Moore and Ms. Brooks, who get leveled with the double clothesline from Awesome Kong.
And now you can see Roxy Laveau hoping to put a little voodoo spell, a little curse maybe. Oh, she just spun around and levels her with the back of the right.
That spinning back fist. Yeah, you're going to need more than voodoo to stop that, Roxy Laveau. Christy Hemme, hold on for dear life, girl.
Oh, you can hear her screaming. She has so much fear, and now she grabs her by the hair. Let's face it, Christy Hemme has been in this place before. Awesome Kong takes her up. Oh, sit out power bomb.
Awesome Bomb leads to the 3 count.
Here is your winner, Awesome Kong.
The winner of the first ever Santa's Workshop knockout street fight is Awesome Kong. 6'1", 272 and 3/8 pounds of an unstoppable force. And here comes the knockout champ. Here comes Gail Kim back in. She brought a steel chair, but Awesome Kong has cut her off already. Here comes another Awesome Bomb.
Nice kick by Gail Kim, and she was able to catch her in the face. She came in holding the back of her neck, carrying that chair, slides under, has got the chair. Wow. Just waffles her in the back. Waffles her again. What a shot.
Look out!
Oh, man. God, what a thud.
Did you hear that? Echoed throughout the impact zone. The steel chair shot, the follow-up series of right hands, and Kong is fighting back.
Awesome Kong able to shake it off. And you can see it's just turned into a brawl. And security comes in, trying to protect both of them at this point. Pulling Gail Kim back, but it's amazing how fearless the TNA Knockout Champion is. As she goes after him, look at Kong saying, bring it on.
And at the same time, how do you shake off steel chair shots like that?
Well, you're awesome Kong for one thing. And Gail Kim, you can just hear screaming. And
here she goes.
She goes right after it. Gail Kim wasn't able to defend herself.
Right, Gail Kim restrained by TNA security, enabling Awesome Kong to get right back on her, and security again tries to separate them.
You can see Gail Kim doesn't want to quit. She just feels like it's in her nature. She's got to go after her, but they're holding her back and won't let her in.
TNA management, we're begging you. We've got to see Gail Kim against Awesome Kong.
Let's get an update on the Christmas party.
TNA management will do so on January 6th at Final Resolution. I think without question, this is going to be the toughest challenge that Gail Kim has had to date. And let's face it, Awesome Kong has defeated Gail Kim in a non-title match.
Well, never has a women's division been talked about as much as this one has. And it's because of the likes of Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, ODB that you see in the ring, and all the rest of the TNA knockouts. But one thing about that no disqualification, it obviously favors Awesome Kong. It's the kind of match that she was built for. But we saw again the fire from Gail Kim, the resiliency. She knows that she can use the chair in a match like this, and she'll use anything and everything that's not nailed down to try to take out Awesome Kong.
We've been talking so much about our Final Resolution January pay-per-view event. We want to remind you that tickets are on sale now when TNA makes its debut in Greenville, South Carolina at the Bilo Center for Against All Odds. That's our February pay-per-view. All the details at our website, TNAWrestling.com. And ODB, catches Velvet Sky in midair. Angelina Love from behind with the dropkick.
As we see the teamwork between Sky and Love, I think about the decision that AJ Styles has got to make. I mean, this thing has gone on too far. He has to decide, am I going to be a part of the Angle Alliance, or am I going to be with Christian's Coalition?
I mean, you know that AJ has to be torn with this decision. When he made the deal with Karen Angle, he was under the impression, naive as this might sound, that he could play for both teams, as the expression goes. That he could be aligned with Kurt Angle as well as Christian Cage. But when you take into account the king-sized egos that those two guys have, come on, AJ, that was impossible.
Well, and Tomko trying to give AJ Styles the revelation. Karen Angle was lying. And one thing else about Tomko, it seems that he's kind of at peace on his own. He's made a decision of some sort, Mike.
And we will find out that decision later tonight in this Thursday Night Impact broadcast, because Christian Cage has given both AJ Styles and Tomko that deadline.
And don't forget, later on, Booker T and a mystery partner will be facing Kurt Angle and Robert Roode in tag team action. And you know there's going to be a line of people that want to go out with Booker T.
Roxy Laveau catches Angelina Love as she charges off the ropes, tosses her overhead, goes for the pin, leg hook, no, 2 count only.
So close right there for Roxy Laveau, but look at her. She goes right back after Angelina Love to try to finish her off. Slings her into the turnbuckles. Oh, and just gives her a shot. Takes the air right out of her. And here she goes. Got her up.
Oh, and no, Angelina Love able to avoid being driven down to the mat, and instead comes back and answers with the big boot that just dropped Roxy Laveau, the Voodoo Queen, right in her tracks.
Angelina Love has got to get a tag in here to Gail Kim. You've got to get the champion in action right now, but look at Roxy Laveau not doing it. Whoa, bringing her back to the middle, but Angelina Love gets the kick to the side of the head.
And here comes the knockout champ, and with fire, Gail Kim clotheslines, then takes Jackie Moore down to the floor, takes ODB by the hair, drives her down to the canvas. Attention turned to Roxy Laveau. Gail gonna quickly go up to the top rope.
Well, look at this.
Man.
Takes them both in one shot, Mike. What a combination move.
Jackie Moore, Pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie misses the clothesline, and Gail powers her down. Here's the cover. Here's the pin. Here's two. Broken up by ODB.
ODB just in time, but Gail Kim just showing why she's a champion. Just one great move after another. She has such a repertoire, and she can do so many things. If there is one person that has a chance against Awesome Kong at Final Resolution, it's Gail Kim.
Battle ensues out of the arena floor, and look out! Angelina Love from the lights hits the crossbody block. Took out three for the price of one.
What a great move there by Angelina Love. She went after everybody, but now Roxy Love, oh, look at that power.
Gonna try and pin the knockout champ. Gets 2-0. Gail Kim barely got that shoulder up before the 3 count.
Man, that was close. Man, I'm sorry there, Mike. We were in sync. But I'll tell you what, Gail Kim, just by a split second. Roxy Love can feel it here. She's going to try to finish her off. But Gail Kim showing strength of her own. And look at this. Oh, she hits it perfectly on Roxy. 1, 2, got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, and Gail Kim.
Impressive win as the TNA knockout champ. Gail Kim captains this 3 knockout team, along with, yes, Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. And you know what her focus is now, defending the gold against Awesome Kong. No disqualification at Final Resolution. Now let's head into Crystal with Jim Cornette and Matt Morgan in crowd reaction to ODB in just the few short months she has been here in TNA.
Well, not unlike Awesome Kong, she's something that they've not seen before. I mean, she's just wild, crazy. She's also rough, tough. I mean, she's just a great combination of so many different things. Miss Brooks getting to her feet, charging after her. Oh my gosh! She just went too far. The momentum. She's eliminated.
First elimination in the TNA Knockout Division Gauntlet is Miss Brooks. And again, keep in mind, order of entrance determined by Jim Cornette's current rankings. But you know that the order of elimination will be so important in determining the rankings for the knockouts going forward here in 2008.
Next is Roxy Love.
Here comes the Voodoo Queen, and of course she splits her time between this knockout division and her role with BKM, the Voodoo Kid Mafia, and ODB's ready for her.
Well, Mike, you mentioned about the rankings and the order that they come in. Keep in mind, Awesome Kong, obviously the #1 contender, as she has the title match this Sunday with Gail Kim in a no disqualification match. Think of the advantage. That gives Awesome Kong being the last one in, and also being the freshest one when she arrives here in the Gauntlet.
ODB taken down by Roxy LeBeau. Voodoo Queen going to take the pride of Tennessee, try and eliminate Miss Jackie, and she's got her up on the ropes, and Miss Jackie's holding on to that top steel cable.
And you can see Velvet Sky, Angelina Love trying to work together as Christy Hemme on the one side has got a hold, but you can see Angelina Love able to somehow hold on the ropes, and here she comes.
The final participant, Awesome Kong.
Well, this Sunday, Awesome Kong looks to repeat what she's done in the past. Defeat Gail Kim, but only this time 2 differences. It's a championship match, and it's no disqualification, and that spells advantage for Awesome Kong. And here she comes, all 6'1", 272 3/8 pounds.
Well, you can just see she just goes one after the other and knocks the air out of them. And now going right after Christy Hemme, and you can see Velvet Sky, and look at this. Awesome Kong just picks them both up and eliminates them at once.
Double elimination, sending Velvet Sky and Christy Hemme over the top and down to the floor, and now Angelina Love, on the back, but just momentarily of Awesome Kong.
Oh, she just flips her like a rag doll. And now look at her. She's saying one after another. Man, Angelina Love just leaves, thought she had some force, and look at that, she's gone.
Has been eliminated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the final 4, and you can see Awesome Kong sizing up the competition. Can Miss Jackie, ODB, and Roxy work together? We'll find out when we return. And we are back live, and ladies and gentlemen, during the commercial break, it has been a 3-on-1 beatdown. ODB, Miss Jackie Moore, and Roxy LeBeau teaming together against Awesome Kong. Triple drop kick when she stands on her feet.
Well, they realize that there's any way of getting rid of Awesome Kong, they've got to work together. But now, they're giving her 3 drop kicks at once. This is the 3rd time, and they still can't put Awesome Kong over the rope.
Almost as if Awesome Kong was just challenging the three of them. Bring your best shot. And now the three are going to try and triple team her and toss her over the top and eliminate her. She's got to go all the way down to the floor.
They've got a hold of her. Look at this. They've got leverage. They've got leverage. Oh, my gosh. They've got it. They just eliminated Awesome Kong. Unbelievable.
But keep in mind, it took 3 women to eliminate one Awesome Kong. But in 3 days at Final Resolution, there's only one Gail Kim standing in her way.
Oh, Roxy just eliminated Jackie Moore. Now we're down to the final 2. ODB and Roxy. But Mike, you mentioned it. It is just one-on-one. But Gail Kim's not just any women's champion. She's got heart. She has a no-quit attitude. An athletic ability unlike any woman we've ever seen in that ring.
Don, I just have 2 words for you. No disqualification.
Well, when you put it that way, I don't even think Gail Kim can stand up against Awesome Kong at Final Resolution.
Now, how huge is this showdown for these 2 knockouts? With Gail Kim and Awesome Kong dominating division, this is the chance for somebody to step up and somebody to take their share of the spotlight, and it boils down to ODB and Roxy Laveau, pinfall or submission to decide it.
You can see Roxy Laveau stop the Dirty Dozen halfway through and then uses her strength and sends ODB flying, landing on her back. And you mentioned it, Mike. This is a chance for them to move up the rankings. And what a spine buster. 1, 2. Oh, she gets out.
Voodoo Queen on the verge of victory, and you can see by the look on her face, she couldn't believe it that ODB was able to power out, able to kick out before the 3 count.
These 2 both are very physical in the ring. They're very strong. They have a lot of things in common. Right now, Roxy Laveau got a little too aggressive and in charge right into the boot. And here comes ODB.